let's find the sine of the cosine inverse of 3 over 4. To solve this kind of questions, we need to know the domain and the range of the cosine inverse and when the sine is positive. Okay, so we know that the cosine inverse is defined on minus 1, 1. Its range is 0 pi. Okay, so here 3 over 4 is in this range, in this interval here, minus 1, 1. And therefore, the cosine inverse of 3 over 4 is going to be between 0 and pi. And we know that when theta is between 0 and pi, the sine is always positive. Okay, so here we can use the Pythagorean theorem, okay, for the unit circle, and we can solve for the sine here. It's gonna be 1 minus cosine squared x. Okay, and since x is in 0 pi, we will see what we mean by x. We have the sine of x is the square root of 1 minus cosine squared of x. In our case, if we treat x as cosine inverse of 3 over 4, we have from here the sine of the cosine inverse of 3 over 4. It's going to be the square root 1 minus cosine squared of the cosine inverse of 3 over 4. And this is just 3 over 4. So we have 1 minus 3 over 4 squared. Okay? And if we do some computation, we're going to get 16 minus 9, which is 7 over 16. And this is going to give us the square root of 7 over 4. Okay? And therefore, we have the sine of the cosine inverse of 3 over 4 is just the square root of 7 over 4. I don't need to simplify anything. This is the exact value, okay? No simplification, nothing. This is the exact value of this angle, okay? And these are the steps that I need to follow. I need to know the domain and the range for the cosine inverse, and I need to know when the sine is positive. And using this idea here, I can solve. Okay, there are other ways where we can call this one alpha. Okay, and we can find that this angle here, the cosine of this angle is let's say 3 over 4. And to solve for the sine, I need to find this angle here, and I use I call it h, and I use the Pythagorean theorem to find that h is the square root of 7, and therefore to compute the sine is I need to just get 7 over 4 from here. But this is more general, okay? This is more general and more detailed solution. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, please post them. Thank you very much for your likes and your comments. Thank you again.